There you go, Ed.
Cheers, mate. That's the champion. Are you drinking whiskey?
Bourbon, mate.
Oh, you're still doing this American thing, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fish the hat.
Yeah, that's a start. That's a start. So we're doing the Salamander next, are we? And what rigging are we doing with that one then?
Okay, so we're going to fish our Salamander. I think we're going to fish that on the Cheb Rig. You haven't done any Cheb rigging yet, have you?
No.
And we've got some awesome new Cheb kits.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll go through that.
Fantastic.
We've done the creature baits, we'll do the Salamander.
Yeah, fantastic.
On a different type of rigging. And we'll catch even more perch.
Yeah.
And pike.
Let's try and get a big one, shall we?
I think so.
Drink to that. So this Salamander, Robbie, is quite cool. It's quite a realistic looking beast. So what rig is it on? Can you talk us through it?
Well, we've put that on the Cheb Rig, Ed, so it's weedless again, on the same style of hook, but the Cheb Rig is fixed almost. It's a little ball weight with a wire retainer that runs through it, and it allows that lure to swing and move nicely. Now that's a 3 gram tungsten Cheb. That's from our Cheb Rig kit.
Okay.
So tungsten's a higher density than lead, which means it gets down a lot quicker.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller, isn't it?
It's got a much better contact. So, like, as the bite's been a little bit finicky, perhaps going onto a Cheb Rig will increase our chances of a decent take.
So is this very much the same as the crayfish, Robbie?
Yeah.
In terms of action?
Just let it hit the deck, a couple of little bounces and a pause. Keep it. Oh, there's a. Oh my word.
Wow.
He's, how did he take that? He's about the length of the lure. We're off the pike streak. We got a perch.
Yeah, your first perch of the day.
Let's pop him back in there. Whoop, back you go, bud.
So yeah, you were saying it's the same sort of thing as the crayfish, just same sort of timing, same sort of everything?
That's it, little subtle pops and nice controlled pauses.
So you having that small perch, would that be a good sign this perch in the area, or a bad sign if we want to catch a big one?
Good and bad in my experience. There should be more around. Hopefully though, he's food size, so there could be a big one nearby.
I can see some little, if that was a dace or a chub just down there then. So there's certainly some bait fish kicking around.
Absolutely, there's a few bait fish kicking around here, so it does look promising for a bite.
So I know these are classed as the Salamander, Robbie, but they're very much newt shape and size. They look just like a, you know, as a silhouette, they look just like the profile of a smooth newt.
Yeah, they're a lot more newt-like to us than salamander-like, but again, I think that's an American thing. See, over there, I think I've heard a rumour that salamanders eat the eggs off bass nests, and they're hardwired to kill the things.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, legitimately.
Oh, excellent.
Well, I heard that somewhere. Don't fact check me on that, but that's what I've been led to believe anyway. Certainly, it doesn't matter what it looks like, it's the action that the thing's got. It's these salamanders are fantastic. They've got that lovely long slender profile. They're ultra buoyant, and they've got those little ribs in the tail section that trap air and give it extra movement, and the little legs are just a bonus really. Having little appendages that give off excess movement when it's standing still is more likely to trigger a bite. Yeah,
they do look quite cool, and I've had a good stretch of this one earlier. It doesn't seem like it's going to break. Even the legs seem absolutely nailed on.
That's it.
I know that's been a problem in the past with a few plastic baits that have hit the market, where you get one bite or one little nibble from a wasp and you've lost an arm, a leg, or whatever else.
Oh yeah, these are going to last you plenty of fish. I've already caught quite a few on the salamanders myself. So
as a carp angler, Robbie, I mean, rod serves pretty much two purposes: a casting tool and a playing tool. So we just try and balance the two out. If you want to go long distance, you use a heavier test curve. If you're zig rig fishing, you need something with a bit more of a parabolic action. But these lure rods, they're a little bit different to that, aren't they? You need the action to work for different reasons.
Absolutely, like a fish playing action is important. You need to be able to land them, so a rod with a good smooth, unbroken curve is is important, but equally so it has to be comfortable in your hand. So balance is incredibly important on a lure rod, and then sensitivity too. You need to be able to feel every little knock and bite through the braid. So having a rod that's got the sensitivity, the balance and the action is important. If you're using the wrong rod, it can set you at a big disadvantage when lure fishing. So making sure the setup's right for what you're doing is quite important.
So you need a rod with a reasonably fast action in order to hit those sensitive bites, and especially when we're fishing weedless like this, in order to power through and to set that hook home as well, I suppose.
Yeah, certainly. So fast action rods are very useful for this style of fishing, but also rods with slower actions and more forgiving curves, they're definitely important for other styles.
So what about imparting the action on the lure for these creature baits? I know last year we did a bit of pike fishing, a bit of perch fishing on the Broads. When we was using the gravity twitch especially, it was important to have that kind of jerking action, and a soft rod just wouldn't impart that action properly. Is that important for these creature baits, or is it not that important because we're not really working them voraciously?
The fast rod is important for your hook set, really. Being able to snap that lure back on the bounce is quite nice. When you jig a lure, you want your tip to recover quite quickly, but you also want it to be able to set the hook quite aggressively as well. Yeah. Softer actions are good for hard baits, like a medium fast or medium action rod is absolutely perfect for crankbaiting and using spinners and even open hook jigs, because they are a little bit more forgiving when you do set the hook. But certainly for this style of fishing, a faster action rod will help a lot.
Very interesting, mate.
Oh, Ed.
The salamander. It looks like a half-decent perch.
It's a lovely perch, Ed.
Come on.
Oh, take it steady.
Smashed it right on the rod tip.
Oh, and
get it on spot, mate.
Yes, oh, it hooks out as well. Bloody hell.
And the net.
Oh, yeah. You were close there, mate.
He's all right, isn't he?
Right, let's get this in and give everyone a look.
Sorry. How long's that?
Ooh.
38?
37 and a half, so that might well push 2 on this venue.
Awesome. Oh, I'll be blown away if it is a 2.
Well, we'll get it on the scale for you, Ed,
I
and
think
find
so.
out.
I'm a carp angler, ideal in weights.
There we go.
Let's see how heavy she is.
Oh.
I'm blown away this one, Robbie. Look at this.
There you go.
A colossal perch and quite lively.
That's your biggest perch on the lure, isn't it, Ed?
It's my biggest perch, full stop, mate.
And we weighed this one up, but what did it go, mate?
Well, you promised me a 2. This is £1.15.
Yeah, stick that pebble in his. No.
No, cracking perch. Look at him. Proper little dinky little tail, sticking his dorsal up. Really impressed with that on the salamander.
Oh, he's feisty. Look at that.
He is, yeah.
Yeah,
he is.
Sticking the dorsal right up.
So fantastic. So I think that ends the video really nicely. So what we're doing next? The minnow?
Yeah, I think we'll try with some bigger shads and see if we can pull out a bigger one.
Excellent. So the Ned minnow on a slightly different rig. So Robbie tells me anyway. So.